Good morning and welcome to Rose Red Homestead, where today is weigh-in day. And first of all, I'm going to weigh in, and this is weigh-in number 4. I'm going to weigh in on my weight. First thing I want to tell you is that last week I forgot to show you something that I think is pretty impactful. It is for me. I met my interim goal of losing 5 pounds last week. 5 pounds, this much mass. This is 5 pounds of flour. This is how much mass has come off of my body. Now, I can't quite tell yet where it's coming off. My fingers are still the same. My wrist is still the same. Other parts appear to be pretty much the same, but that's okay. This much mass is gone. So that is exciting. Years ago, I set a goal to lose 30 pounds. So I decided to use bags of flour to help me. I stacked up 6 of these bags of flour on one side of my bathtub, which I didn't use very often. And every time I lost 5 pounds, I moved it from one side of the bathtub to the other side of the bathtub so I could really get a visual image of how much was coming off my body. It seemed to work pretty well. Here is my chart for this week. I am down 1 pound. And you know what? I'm going to take it. I celebrate every part of my food management plan. If I lose only 1 pound, that's a celebration. If I stay the same, which I will, that I'm celebrating the fact that I'm not going up any. If I go up a little bit, I'm going to celebrate the fact that I didn't go up more. So this is going to be a constant celebration. And I love the trajectory, this visual image of this descending graph here gives me a lot of encouragement. Today I'm going to weigh in on veggies. They are a critical part of my food management plan, and I use them for a lot of different things. We try to have veggies with every single meal. One of the things about vegetables that I hate is preparing them, and so I put it off and put it off and put it off, and sometimes I just do it meal by meal by meal. I have decided to get smart about it, and I'm going to share that with you today. So I have in front of me all of these vegetables that I like to eat raw. This is jicama. If you have not tried jicama, you need to try it. I learned about this when we lived in El Paso, right next to Mexico, and it was a major crop. Well, I don't know about major. It was a big crop in Mexico, and we were able to get lovely jicama. They're about this size. They're all sizes. It is a very sweet, lots of water in it, and it's very crunchy. So try it. This works really well for me. This is a sweet potato, and yes, I eat them raw. They're very good raw. These are bell peppers. This was a tri-color package, but the red one, we just bought these yesterday or the day before, and the red one was completely rotted. So I only have 2. I will be adding a red one, but I'll have to do that later because I don't have it today. Carrots, cabbage, these 2 are in the top 30 of high nutrient density. All of these have high nutrient density. Celery and cucumbers. I'm going to go off camera, and the thing that I want to do today is to prepare all of these vegetables so that I can have a week's worth of fresh vegetables in my refrigerator without having to do any additional preparation. I'm going to get it all over with one time, and the vegetables will last about a week, which I just love. When we come back, I'm going to show you a couple of ways that I use vegetables besides just eating them in raw strips. I'm going to time myself and see how long it takes me to get these prepared. So we'll be back with that data when it happens. We are back, and it took me exactly 50 minutes to peel and slice all of these vegetables. And then I spent some time playing around with some things that I'm going to show you. First off is the jicama. The jicama can be a challenge to peel, but you can figure it out if you decide to use it. I love jicama. These are the sweet potatoes. These are the peppers. These are the carrots. And notice that I have 1 carrot grated in each of 3 little baggies. This is my box grater. This is what I use so I wouldn't have to get out any big machines and get them cleaned up. It fits right over this little container, which is really nice. And then if I just wanted to store something in the fridge, it has a lid. So this is really nice. I'm going to put this over in the sink because I'm done with it. This is the celery, and I have a special purpose for keeping little leafy ends. And this is the cabbage, which I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with in the video in just a moment. Here are some of the things that I played around with. You know, the reason that I use a lot of vegetables in my food plan is because vegetables are all very nutrient dense, highly nutrient dense. They don't have a lot of macronutrients, the fat, the carbs, or the proteins. And why do I still love these since I'm after protein? Well, because they are very low calorie, very high nutrition in terms of vitamins and minerals, those micronutrients, and because they are fillers. They give us good fiber, they have a lot of water, they help fill up our stomach and give us that full feeling without a lot of calories. So I have vegetables in my refrigerator so that I can use them anytime if I need a snack. I'm not doing a whole lot of snacking now. I don't feel the need to do that. But in any case, I have these ready to go. All of these vegetables are intended to be eaten as snacks or part of meals at home. These would not travel well. I wouldn't expect to take these fancier things with us when we do a car trip or anything like that. But these veggies are good and solid in the refrigerator for me to use any way I want to. Now here are a couple of things that I have done that are just a little bit fancy. This is what my mother used to call stuffed celery. This is a throwback to my childhood. Whenever we would have guests over, Mother would assign one of her 9 children to do this stuffed celery. When I was very young, it was me, but then it gradually moved down toward my younger brothers and sisters. So this is just cream cheese. This is blueberry cream cheese. This is onion and chive. This is plain cream cheese with walnuts on the top, and this is my favorite. Because I'm using cream cheese, and cream cheese is okay, because I have listened to a couple of our commenters, those that have subscribed and are offering comments, which I deeply appreciate. I am taking a good hard look at the type of fats that I'm using in my food plan. I'm learning a lot about fats, and I no longer am going to use fat-free products, and I'll tell you all about that, I think in 2, maybe 3 weeks when we do a weigh-in on healthy fats. But I love these, and notice this is a week's supply, so I don't eat a lot of this. The other thing is a new thing I wanted to try, and this is these rolled veggies. I made a little bit of a mess. I'm just brand new doing it, but I'm going to do another one to show you what I did on these. And I just think these are so fun. I just glimpsed a picture of this as I was going through the internet. I can't even find the page again. I was going so fast, and I didn't realize what it was until after I had passed it. And so I'm going to do another one of these. In fact, let's go ahead and do that one right now. Now, to make these little veggie roll-ups, I use a cucumber. I pick a long cucumber. I had to run this through my mandolin 2 or 3 times until I had a nice clean surface to do. So I'm going to do it again. I have it set at 3 millimeters, and I'm being very careful to keep my fingers up high. Yes, I'll put a glove on.
Yes.
And I have to make sure that I'm pressing down all the way along so that it doesn't revert to skipping. Then, one of the things that I learned is that this is quite wet, and the cream cheese won't stick to it unless we dry it off on both sides. So I'm drying it off on both sides. And then I'm quickly going to spread. And I'm using the chive and onion. It goes really well with vegetables. And I'm just going to spread a little bit along here. Because it's going to, the cucumber is going to sweat again and get all moist. And I want to get this done before that happens. And this isn't a lot of cream cheese, but it just gives a little bit of a bite for when we're eating these. And then I'm just going to go along and gather up the veggies. I like longer, slim pieces. And then these are a little bit short, pointy edge up. And a carrot. It's going to be hard to distinguish between the carrot and the sweet potato, but that's okay. And then I'm going to put one of these little leafy celeries in, just for a little bit of a different texture. I'm going to put it right here like this. Roll this very carefully around the veggies. Keep rolling it. And then I'm going to put a little toothpick through the whole thing. And there we are. Are these just cute? And they look so cute on a dinner plate. So this will be for either lunch or dinner for Jim and me today because, just because they are fun. I'm now going to clear the deck, come back and show you what we're going to do with the cabbage. Cabbage lasts for a really long time in the fridge, and I love that about it. I'm using only half a head, the other half is in the refrigerator, and it will be good for 6 weeks in there, which is just great. Now I am going to show you what I do with cabbage, and cabbage is, again, it made the top 30 list in terms of nutrient density, so I love using cabbage. I have my mandolin set in the very smallest shred, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Well, not that small. Yes, that'll do just fine. So I'm going to shred this half. And I package it in this gallon Ziploc bag. Once I have this very finely shredded cabbage in the bag, I put these 3 bags of carrots in the same bag and seal it up and keep it in the refrigerator until I want to make the fastest salad ever. I love cabbage slaw, so I'm going to take 1 packet of these carrots, and put enough slaw in the bowl for a meal for Jim and me. Put the other 2 back in, seal it up, put it in the fridge, save it for later in the week. I will probably make this 2 or 3 times during the week. Open the carrots. This is just 1 carrot, and I grate it coarse because I don't want the carrots shedding its juice. And then I make up this little, my own recipe of dressing that I really love for slaw, and keep it in the refrigerator so I can have it. And this is just a cup of mayo, or you can use Greek yogurt. This is a spatula that I used to mix it up just a little while ago. I'm going to put dressing on it. And then for my secret ingredient, I add a little bit of our home canned pineapple. I could even use some of this juice as the dressing, part of the dressing if I wanted to. Not quite enough, so I'll be opening this one. And mix it up. Fastest salad, delicious salad, ready in just a heartbeat. Under 5 minutes to put this together. And it keeps well, if I have mixed up too much for a meal, it keeps well for about 2 days in the fridge, just like this. I always get rave reviews when I serve this. In fact, we served it up at Bryce Canyon with John and Cindy, and John really, really liked it. And there it is. So I just have to have a little taste, grab a piece of pineapple and some of the cabbage and the carrot. Both cabbage and carrots are on the top 30 list of high nutrient density for food. So these are some snacks, and these are some veggie snacks. Here are the veggies all ready to go in the fridge, all packaged up. I cut that cucumber so I can use it. I have another in if I want to make some more of those roll-ups. I hope this helps you. And I am thrilled to have my week's worth of vegetables ready so I don't even have to think about peeling or chopping or slicing at all for the rest of the week. So thanks for joining us, and I'll see you next Friday for another weigh-in.